What's going on, guys? Coach Manlo here, Team Swole Patrol. In the last video, I shared with you my top 3 ab training rules designed to give you a tight and ripped up six-pack. Now, those are very powerful and I got some great feedback from them, but here's what I want you to know. No matter how hard you bust your ass with your ab training inside the gym, if your diet sucks donkey balls, then you'll never get the ripped up and shredded six-pack that acts as lady nectar and that you want to show off. So what I did for you today is I put together my list of top 5 diet tricks that will allow you to strip away the body fat covering up your abs and show off the six-pack that you're looking to show off. Okay, let's start with rule number 1. You absolutely need to maintain a caloric deficit. Here's the deal. You're not going to get a six-pack if you got a layer of fat chilling over your abs. Plain and simple. Everyone's got abs, so the people that say they don't are bullshitters. The problem is they just have a layer of fat over them. So what you need to do to show your abs off is to strip away that fat. And the only way to do that is to burn more calories than you consume, all right? Burning 1 pound of fat requires you to burn 3,500 calories more than you consume throughout the day. That will constitute 1 pound of fat loss. So, number 1, you absolutely must maintain a caloric deficit. Number 2, drink plenty of water. This is a very meat-headed thing, but a very health-conscious thing as well. You don't need to be that asshole carrying around a gallon jug of water. All I do is drink probably 2 to 3 cups of water before every meal and in between sets, and that will give you the water that you need in order to support the metabolic processes necessary to break down body fat in order to use it as fuel to get you through your workouts and throughout whatever activity you're doing on a daily basis. All right, number 3, make sure to taper down your carb intake throughout the day. The reason why this is so important when it comes to you being able to show off a tight, ripped up six-pack is because throughout the day, especially closer to the time when you're going to bed, you want to make sure your blood sugar, which is affected by your carb intake, is going to be at a state of equilibrium. You don't want your blood sugar to rise too high close to the time you're going to bed, because when that's the case, when your blood sugar is through the roof, your body will not produce one of its most powerful fat-burning hormones, HGH. So the simplest way for you to address that, to make sure it does produce that powerful fat-burning, that fat-burning hormone, is to make sure you cut down the amount of carbs that you're eating closer to the time you're going to bed. Okay, rule number 4. Eat to fuel yourself for the next 3 to 4 hours of physical activity. This is a rule that kind of plays off rule number 1 and rule number 3 in the sense that based on rule number 1, you need to make sure you maintain that caloric deficit. And if you're just eating to fuel yourself for the next 3 to 4 hours of physical activity that you're anticipating yourself going through, and you're not going to do shit for the next 3 to 4 hours, you're obviously not going to cram down too many calories. So that helps maintain that caloric deficit that you need to follow in order to burn fat. And rule number 3, taper down carb intake. It's real important that you focus on your diet in a means that kind of is dictated by how much carbs you ingest. And what I mean by that is this: carbs are your body's number 1 choice for fuel whenever it's going into exercise mode, okay? Whenever you're trying to fuel your body, whenever you're trying to fuel movement in the gym or wherever, it's going to use carbs, and the ATP that it gets from the breakdown of carbohydrates or glucose in order to fuel the physical or the muscular contraction for it. So if you only have to do a little bit of physical activity, you obviously don't want to cram down too many carbs. So rule number 4, make sure you only eat enough carbs and make sure you only fuel yourself for the next 3 to 4 hours worth of physical activity, intensity levels of physical activity that you're planning on putting yourself through. And rule number 5, real simple: don't neglect healthy fats. That is very important because without the support of some of the healthier fats, like the omega-3s and omega-6s found in eggs, in avocados, almonds, you're not going to be able to maintain an anabolic state. All right? fat is necessary in your diet in order to be able to produce more of the anabolic hormones that are necessary for you to maintain the size and strength that you've built, while also stripping away the body fat that's covering up your abs. Hey dude, if you enjoyed that video and want more tips on how you can strip away the body fat that's covering up that ripped six-pack that you've got hiding inside you right now, then make sure you do yourself a favor. Click on this box right here for free instant access to my Get Ripped Insider video seminar. Inside, you're going to find the 4 biggest fat-burning myths that so many people are doing right now that's preventing them from getting ripped, and the 2 tricks that you can plug in today to instantly flip your metabolic and anabolic switch in order to strip away body fat instantly. Appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. Chandler.